and knocked him out. This was in response to Jesse Ventura's allegedly walking around and bad-mouthing the Navy SEALs, not to mention bad-mouthing then-President Bush and bad-mouthing America. Needless to say, Fox News and the rest of the establishment media had a field day with this story, but in typical mainstream fashion, they failed to look into all the circumstances surrounding the case, and they rushed to judgment. Either that, or this was an orchestrated character assassination against Ventura, who is known for his outspoken views and criticism of our corrupt government.
So he was bad-mouthing the war, right?
Bad-mouthing the war, bad-mouthing Bush, bad-mouthing America.
This gentleman accused me of treason. And in the military, I being ex-military, in the military, treason is a very serious crime. In the military, it carries the death sentence. And when you're accused of treason, you're going to fight it, which is what I did. Let's get a few facts straight here. I filed this lawsuit immediately when the book appeared in January of 2012. I had just gone to Mexico. I was off the grid. I had only communication was through the internet. And I learn of this book that comes out where he allegedly punched me out for me committing treason. So I immediately contacted my attorneys. I said, we have to stop this. And so we filed the lawsuit shortly in the latter part of January 2012, when Chris Kyle was still very much alive. He would not do one thing to restore my reputation, and he would not admit that he made the story up. The only thing they would offer me was money. So if I wanted strictly money, I could have settled right there. I could have settled right there for just money. But I wanted and sought the truth. That's why it had to go to court. The lawsuit proceeded forward, and unfortunately, Mr. Kyle was killed. He met an untimely death and was murdered. Now, one of the big criticisms people tell me is I should have dropped the lawsuit right there. That wouldn't have cleared my name, and even when we continued from there on, no matter what evidence was going on, they refused to move 1 inch on restoring my reputation. They said it was off the table. At the time this alleged incident took place, I was 6'4", 255, 260 pounds. I still had 19.5-inch arms, and I was a pretty big man. And to believe that Chris Kyle could strike me in the face and not leave a mark? Yet Chris Kyle said they saw me on television with black eyes, yet they could not produce the television that showed me with a black eye. He said when he hit me, there were 4 people standing right next to me when I went down, yet they produced none of those people. They had no witness during this trial who said, with any credibility, who said they saw me get hit. The jury saw the evidence, and the jury concurred and believed the evidence. Yet you've got political pundits out there saying the jury's all wrong. The jury's full of crap. Yet these political pundits weren't in the trial. They know nothing about it. They don't know one fact about what was presented as evidence.
Jesse Ventura should be thankful for the men and women in uniform who protect our freedoms, our capitalism, and who protect his ability to make a living with so little actual talent. Fool of the week, Jesse Ventura.
Yeah, good for you, because he's taking food out of the mouths of the
Thank you.
Chris Kyle's children.
Family.
Bernie.
Yeah.
Is there any way to side with Jesse on this?
No way, no way.
Okay.
No, he is a big loser. He's. I'm ashamed to be bald right now. He's a despicable, bull-headed punk.
When you sue a widow and you get money out of her, that's the best way to restore your reputation.
See, I just had to prove to everyone I'm not as bad of a guy as everyone says I am.
The jury saw the evidence, and the jury moved forward and ruled on the evidence, and the jury found that I had been defamed, and they had found there had been unjust enrichment because of that defamation, and they are the ones that awarded me the $1.8 million. I didn't control the money. I didn't control what I won. I didn't even control the charges. There were 3 charges that the federal judge, Kyle, no relation, allowed to continue forward on the bench. It was his professional judge's opinion. The jury got it, and the jury made the award. I didn't. During this process, and after Chris Kyle died, A petition was brought by former members of the UDT SEAL community to throw me out of the UDT SEAL Association for continuing to attempt to clear my name with this lawsuit. It broke my heart because there were people on that petition that I served with, and I was never given the benefit of the doubt. The truth was never even brought up. The truth wasn't even considered in this petition. No one even considered, what if Jesse Ventura has the truth and Chris Kyle is lying, which is the truth. Chris Kyle did lie and Jesse Ventura did have the truth. But apparently to these people, the truth didn't matter. You know, I have an entire generation of young SEALs now who hate me, and I didn't do anything. I am a victim here. As much as many of you maybe don't want to believe that, it is the truth. I am a victim. I did nothing. And yet I had to go, me and my family had to go through 2.5 years of hell also in facing the media and facing the insults and everything else that happens to you. But nobody thinks about my family or me. I'm moving forward. This is in the past now. I will continue to move forward. I will continue to be Jesse Ventura, governor, former governor of Minnesota, and I will continue to be a vigilant citizen and hold my government's feet to the fire. This isn't going to change a thing.
That's right. The jury saw the evidence and they ruled in favor of Jesse Ventura. Now, y'all need to wake up and understand just how dangerous this is when the mainstream press attacks you and they uniformly go after you. I mean, this is called character assassination. Because Ventura has the audacity to speak his mind and talk about the mega corruption in our government, that makes him dangerous. And some of you are so blinded by false patriotism that you never even bothered to look up the facts. You heard the chorus of talking media heads dogpile on Ventura and you joined the herd. You know, the father of propaganda, Edward Bernays, well, he discovered that we humans have what he referred to as a herd mentality. By instinct, we follow a herd. And of course, the establishment knows this, and they use the techniques and principles of crowd psychology to control and manipulate the masses. It's crowd control through propaganda, and it's highly effective. And they go around basically regurgitating what they hear on the mainstream news. And when it comes to the Ventura Chris Kyle lawsuit, think about it. A typical jury in the good old USA, you would think that they would tend to lean favorably towards a fallen war hero and his widow. Yet the jury sided with Jesse Ventura, and that speaks volumes. All right, and that was recorded earlier today in one of our mini studios here in Austin, Texas, thanks to viewer supporters like you who have supported the INFOWARS all of these years. And if you are not yet a PrisonPlanet.tv subscriber, why not? For just pennies a day, you too can help fight the InfoWar. Become a PrisonPlanet.tv subscriber where you have access to all of the InfoWars nightly news, plus all of our documentaries and our special reports, and you can share your subscription with up to 11 people. So spread the word of liberty and join the resistance, PrisonPlanet.tv. All right, folks, and coming up next, Alex Jones once again sits down and talks with the one, the only, the Obama phone lady. And guess what? She's got a brand new phone. She's also got a brand new outlook on life. Obama phone lady, next, the InfoWars Nightly News.
The facts are in. The studies are legion. Sodium fluoride and other toxic members of the fluoride family are devastating the health and cognitive ability of the American people. I am extremely excited to announce the exclusive InfoWars Life Fluoride Shield formulation, fusing 6 of the best documented ingredients from around the world to help the body remove not just toxic fluoride residues from the body, but a whole host of toxic substances. Secure your fluoride shield at InfoWarsLife.com today.
Hi, I'm Dr. Edward Group. Today I'd like to talk about the war on women. You've experienced and heard about the benefits of super male vitality. Now, the new formula has arrived. Introducing the new Super Female Vitality. I have specifically designed this formula to help the body naturally regulate itself without the use of artificial hormones. key ingredients chosen from the highest quality sources. Each of these ingredients works synergistically with the female body in order to maximize overall vitality. You've heard the reviews and the feedback on how the original Super Male Vitality has revitalized relationships. Now, both the man and the woman can have the revitalization in their own bodies with Super Male Vitality and Super Female Vitality. Secure your Super Female Vitality today from our limited stock at InfoWarsLife.com.
I began to get into iodine a few years ago because it was helping me and my family so much get healthy and detoxify. I believe our research is conclusive. This is the best iodine out there. And I know this for a fact. Nobody else has got iodine based on these pure crystals, ladies and gentlemen. For a limited time, experience the ancient power of Survival Shield X2. Take advantage of this unprecedented 30% off Super Detox Special at InfoWarsLife.com. And finally, tonight on InfoWars Nightly News, she spent the last 5 days with us down here in Austin, Texas, visiting us from Cleveland, Ohio. She's Michelle Dougherty, a.k.a. the Obama phone lady, and she's here with us as we tried to get her idea on what the American dream really stands for. And Michelle, what is the American dream?
The American dream is to push away from the government. Get out and get you I got a bank account. I'm on the right track in case I get my checks. I don't have to pay, those crooked people $6 or $7 or $10, $20 to cash my check.
Michelle, there's been a saying out there for a long time, and we call them cliches because they're so true. Right. The more things change, the more they stay the same. There's nothing new under the sun. Power corrupts absolutely. You don't want to go out and catch fish for somebody. You want to teach a man or a woman how to fish.
Right.
And there's a lot you could teach me, a lot I could teach you, but the system, the political system that wants people domesticated under their control, they want to give you fish to run your life, not teach you how to go out and catch the fish yourselves.
Right. You're absolutely right, because the way I was taught to go out and catch the fish myself, I got a little grips on it now. I don't have to be waiting on something to come that might come or not come, and on the government, they cut everything, so you don't know if it's gonna come or it's not gonna come, so it's best to be independent with your own job, with things to go, to get a bank account, to withdraw money when you need it, not just waiting on the once of the month, or what I was going through was a battle was when I get ready to get the little check, I gotta run around to cash it. You know what I'm saying? Pay these people $12 or $13 to take out my $150. Just crazy stuff that the system have caught me up in so much of that, Well, I did not know. They didn't teach you them kind of things. You had to go to the Walmart or the Goodwill to put on. Now, when you got a nice outfit on, you can talk clear, you can look better. You know what I'm saying? That's the feeling I got. I don't have to depend on government or waiting on to get a check to go for an interview that's next month.
What we wanted to do was just to show the viewers out there and people that are unaware who may have been better off where they were born or how they were brought up with their opportunities, to understand that the poorest working Americans are being preyed on by these payday loans and these places that take huge percentages of your check just to cash them, when that check they're cashing is guaranteed and it's all computerized and they know the money's good. To go out and show people.
Like a scam. They pimping us. They pimp you like that.
Exactly. Show people how easy it is to get a bank account, how easy it is to go out and get some decent clothes inexpensively, how easy it is to try to go out and basically start over from square one to try to get out of the system. Because the goal is get out of the system. The establishment wants us institutionalized so that we're under their control.
Went from my Obama phone to a new Galaxy. Well, Obama, thanks for letting me use this phone for them couple years. I'll stick a fork in it. It's a done deal.
You've been busy the last few days. I've been in there doing the radio show. I know some of my reporters and writers like Anthony Gucciardi have kind of taken you around town to try to get you out of the clutches of the system. Were they successful? How'd it go?
Oh, it was beautiful. I was able to go swimming.
And tell me about your trip to Barton Springs.
Oh, I loved it. It was a really experience for a person have never been out